We love
Staying
hip
on
hop.
Akademiks, he has responded to Charlamagne the God's basically response to him, because for the people who don't know, Charlamagne the God gave Akademiks some warnings a few weeks ago, letting him know that there has been some people who've been watching him and his team. They're saying that him and his team are working pro-Republican, pro-MAGA, Drake, Grand Wizard Chat Nigga, Akademiks himself, Aiden Ross. There's a whole cabal of Trump lovers that are being pushed on that side, okay? People like Jeremy Heck was trying to expose Act. That didn't work. But Charlamagne the God gave him some warnings, and Act was not feeling that, okay? Act went to war on his own stream. He mentioned that, like, he got no friends with nobody. If you over there, then stay over there type shit. And all of a sudden, as far as, like, post from Akademiks' team, not Akademiks himself, from his team, it was starting to become a bunch of crazy anti-Charlamagne, digging up old shit, you know, the lesser charge, all types of shit started popping up. And Charlamagne actually responded to this on his podcast. I'll play a little bit of it now.
Another guy named A.W.O.L asked me who was behind it, and I said I couldn't tell him. That's not true. I said I don't know, but I would find out. But what I did tell him was that these three individuals, Carson McCoy, another guy named A.W.O.L, and George Nguyen. How you pronounce it, Chris? It's a Vietnamese name. Nguyen.
Nguyen is the closest, yeah.
George Nguyen. He's that's Grand Wizard Chat Nigga. And he is from Australia. What we were told was the Carson kid and George were getting investigated, got pressed by investigators, and cooperated.
No, not Grandy.
And told and said that they get their marching orders from Akademiks and Drake. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if it's not true. I'm just
Grandy's Vietnamese?
What? Is he? He lives in Australia. Yo, I sent Act the pictures they sent us of him, and Act goes, "Who is this?" And I go, "They say this is the George Grand Wizard Chat Nigga dude." And then he was like, "What? I thought he was skinny." And so I guess when he sent Grand the pictures, you know, Grand confirmed, like, "Yeah, man, I got these pictures sent to me, you know, a few months ago." So I was just calling Act to give him a heads up. And I said, yo, you might need to watch the people around you. Because sometimes, man.
No, Grandy.
Listen, sometimes
He's hilarious, though.
I don't know him. But sometimes you be in business with people and aren't fully aware of all the things that they may be doing.
So
right?
So there's illegal activity because they're being paid to do things? What's illegal about that?
I really, to be honest with you, I really don't know. I really don't know. When I say I don't know, I really.
So I've played this. I'm not going to play the whole 8-minute clip again, right? But Akademiks finally responded to this. And I'll play what Akademiks had to say.
His sister, his mom, niggas. So I don't take it lightly. I don't like the fact that people are showing up to the houses. We're gonna do the update on Chud the Builder. We wanted to get into a little bit into Rick Chow. The Dirt case, we want to do a full breakdown on it. And then Lotto, we wouldn't want to talk about her. She dropped her album. The first week sales are coming back, but also there's some other stuff, you know. I've seen her get into a little tiff with not only Cardi B, but Joe Budden in terms of her defending her writing ability today. Well, I kind of want to get into it immediately. You know, it's been a very turbulent week or turbulent 2 weeks or whatever. I've heard that Charlamagne the God has dropped an episode of his podcast. Brilliant. It is a podcast that I really enjoy. Shout out to Andrew Schultz, as well as Charlamagne. But you guys probably have seen what's been going on, you know, just publicly. You know, this might be Dirk. My bad. Hold on.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
All right, shouts to Duty Low. That was Duty Low. He said, tell a live. I said free schmirk. You know, they said, oh, you live. All right, you know, we'll do this, you know, when you're not live. It's all good. Shout to Smirk, shout to Duty Low, the entire OTF family. And we're hoping that the things that are being accused, right? And we're hoping that, you know, he could return to society and return to making music, you know, as an innocent man with Duty Low after stream. Okay. So let me just kind of do the lead up again. Yeah, so you guys have probably seen what's going on. You know, there's not much really to explain, but Charlamagne responded to a bunch of stuff today, and I was kind of listening to it halfway before I had to get on stream, so I'm going to listen to it with y'all, and I'm going to listen to exactly what he said. Obviously, if you don't know the story, Charlamagne reached out to me about it feels like a week now, and he told me that, hey, listen, there is these documents or information about people associated with you, about being paid by politicians and all these other stuff. And yes, like they have you involved because you're also Akademiks, right? It mentioned Drake and other people, and I was a little bit confused what it was about. There was information that there was people that I associate with, whether it's Grand Wizard or, you know, other people that, you know, I kind of consider as the team, that made sense from, and I told you guys this months ago, that some people that are affiliated with me were getting harassed. That people showed up to their houses there was a lot of weird stuff going on. Now, to be honest, you know, and we're getting into what Charlamagne said, but he tried to give me he said he was giving me a heads up. And, you know, let me tell you this. If it's anything going to be my downfall, chat, it's going to be my loyalty. I'm a loyal nigga. Y'all know I'm a loyal nigga. I'm not no snake. I'm not the guy to flip flop on people. Y'all can see even with the Drake situation, right? I'm just not like that. The point is this. I take it personal. It doesn't seem like, because everybody know where I live at. Everybody know what I got going on. I haven't been harassed necessarily, other than the Meg Thee Stallion stuff, which I definitely know is Rock Nation. I haven't really been harassed otherwise about some other shit, whether it's about steak. I haven't been harassed about none of that, or bot. Like, who the fuck is gonna, like, I talk.
He's breaking it down. Listen, I asked in the poll, can Akademiks trust C to God? Because, you know, from what Charlamagne has been saying, he's like, yo, I'm just giving this guy the heads up. Like, I don't know why he's so cheesed. But Akademiks is like, bro, like, how do you have information on me? Like, how is it that they're so comfortable to talk to you about me, basically, is the sentiment that Akademiks has. And why won't you tell me who your sources are? Right? He'll explain here how in the past things have come across his table and he's not one to hold back who the source is. We'll actually stop there because when he gets to that part, because I can relate.
Every day online, no one harasses me. But my team has been harassed. And as I said, loyalty is a thing that I'm very big on. So I rock with my niggas. So I don't take it lightly. I don't like the fact that people are showing up to the houses of the people who work with me. I just don't like it. And whether, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, my loyalty goes so far. I'd rather they would have showed up to my house because I'm a public figure. I kind of own everything. And I got put on game about, you know, these whatever type of inquiry or whatever that, you know, Charlamagne was privy to. And of course, I put the team on game, like, yo, this is what I'm hearing is out there. They kind of heard that there was some stuff out there, you know, people are taking pictures of them. Apparently, it's not only just them, right? It also extends to rappers and other stuff like that. Now, Charlamagne didn't tell me about like Nicki or nothing like that. What I've heard is that these inquiries have targeted associates and affiliates of anybody Drake, anybody Nicki, anybody Aiden Ross, and anybody Akademiks. Okay. So, you know, I'm just not the guy who's just gonna like sit in the background. Like, no, I'm gonna get online and I'm gonna blow the lid open. To be very clear, and I've said this before, my associates and my people, I go to war for them just like I know they would go to war for me. Okay. And
you know, I fuck with you, Ak. But just like you know that they would go to war for you, you know Because if you know confidently that these niggas will go to war for you, then fine. But we've seen in the past, some of these niggas that you've had around you have moved kind of shaky. Cap the God. Okay? Cap the God said, yo, them niggas robbed me from my chain. Help me get it back. And called the police. And the police freaking went and got back freaking some of his jewelry and had Akademiks out here looking crazy, trying to get jewelry back for a man who already called the police. Okay? Nice Glass says Grand and are locked in. I believe that. I believe that if he does have somebody who's loyal on his team, it's crazy enough, it's the person that he never even met in real life. Because the ones that he met in real life, I'm not trying to diss his crew. Man like AJ, big salute to AJ. AJ seems like he stood 10 toes for the whole time. He's never betrayed Ak one time. Okay? But you had the next guy around. I seen somebody say Walmart, right? Walmart, boom. Not to say that Boom betrayed Ak directly, but that weird activity that he was going on with that he got arrested for made it look real crazy to be able to say, oh, I'm a chat nigga. Like, nah, B. Exile. And he should have been exiled. I've heard Ak even still say, yo, that's my man's. I don't condone what he did. Like, nah, bro. Exile that. That's just me, fam. I can't tell the next man how to live. But, like, not all of you can't just, I know. Oh, the pool party. Thank you, Carol. Two mans that were at the pool party. They run a train on a thing while you're asleep, and the people don't know if it's we don't know, or sorry, the courts didn't know if it was a train or if it was an R word. Okay, and all that shit fell back on Akademiks. Not cool. Not cool. So never say I can't stomach you saying, I know that they would do the same for me. I know. Maybe say, I'm really sure that they would do the same for me.
What I mean by that is I don't necessarily have an issue with Charlamagne. But here's the thing. If people are creating documents about people that are close to me that I care about, that is falling in his hands, I appreciate he gave me the heads up. But I'm gonna be honest, and you'll hear this conversation. I think he gave me the heads up to say, Ak, don't trust the people around you. Well, here's a newsflash. I trust the niggas around me more than I trust the rest of the media. You get what I'm saying? So, the heads up from Charlamagne was kind of like, hey, I hear some of these guys you might know. Like, you're going to hear him say that Grand Wizard is fucking cooperating with the Fae. I don't know what. And it's like, yo, they're blaming it on you and Drake. And I'm like, blame what? And here's my point. First of all, and, I've said this blanketly a million times. I told you, listen, whatever y'all see of me, the only time my downfall is going to come from somebody in the inner circle. I've only ever gotten in trouble by somebody I trusted that maybe shouldn't have. So maybe that's why.
At least you're self-aware. Because these things, like I just explained them, I literally just went through a list of niggas from your inner circle who have made you look crazy and to the outside. And I fuck with Akademiks' way of thinking to a degree. Like, yes, I mean, he's loyal to the soil as you should be. But you also got to be you can't be naive. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to try to tell me that back in the days, rest her soul, like, boy, you're naive. So I will pass that message on to you as somebody who's older than you. Don't be naive, boy. You have to watch your friends, brethren.
Happens. I don't know. But I'm always loyal to my people. And the point is this. By the way, nobody's done anything wrong. But the point is this. Charlamagne's warning to me felt like it was to make me distrustful of people around me. I'm not distrustful of them. I rock 10 toes with Grant. You get what I'm saying? So this was my response. I basically said, yo, listen, man, I don't like the fact that my people are getting harassed. I'm trying to figure out where the source is because I feel like this is connected to a bigger thing. This is a really, people put some money behind this. Now, Charlamagne didn't really tell me where it came from. He just said he got it somehow. Then I hear some other guy named Jeremy got it. Then I hear some other people got it, but it's nobody we're friendly with. So at a certain point, and of course I told everything to Grand. At a certain point, I have to
hold on. What about the fact that Grand knew for 3 months? Because he didn't say anything. I don't know if he told everything to Grand and they had this conversation 3 months ago. But from what they're saying, Alex Media had this conversation with Grand 3 months ago. He gave him a heads up. He said, bro, they're watching you. They've taken pictures of you. I don't know how Alex Media found this out. Okay. For the people who don't know who Alex Media is, he is the black guy from the Flagrant show with Andrew Schultz, his podcast. Right. So there's a lot going on. This is a tangled web that has been weaved.
just be realistic. If niggas got the low, say niggas got the drop on me, they got my low, and they're comfortable with sending it to Charlamagne. Either Charlamagne is cool with the niggas who really don't like me, or Charlamagne know the niggas some way, somehow. So that's been my thing. I'm going, like, I had to tell my team to respond however they needed to respond, because I need to figure out one reason. Who is targeting my people? Who? Charlamagne claims he doesn't know. Well, it's confusing to me. How don't you know, but these people are comfortable with sharing the info with you? Why would they share the info with you, but you don't know? It's confused. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yo, Baba Bomb, that's never happening. See, the God is way too rich. Okay? You ain't got no time for no niggatry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he already said multiple times on his podcast as well as on the Breakfast Club, he don't hang out with niggas after 5 o'clock.
If you got the drop on somebody, right? Like, put it like this. If y'all want me to get really direct, I'll get all the way direct. No, actually, I'm not going to get direct. Because, if anybody has known Akademiks history when it comes to media, this is why when y'all be saying, like, I could be beefing with Joe or Charlamagne, it's, like, laughable. Like, it's laughable to me because there's been moments where niggas saw me as the incumbent and Joe and Charlamagne, like, riding high. And their biggest ops, whether it's a baby mama, whether it's an accuser, they came to me with it to say, hey, this is how you become number one. Cut the head off of, this is facts. You could ask Joe, you could ask Charlamagne. You know what I did every time? I went to Joe and went to Charlamagne. I said, bro, I want nothing with this. I love you. Listen, and by the way, for the people might be like, oh, I'm protecting people. No, but I don't fight like that. I don't want to fight with, oh, let me.
And yeah, I have seen the pictures. Listen, you know when I saw the picture, Jen? When friggin' Charlamagne the God, and I saw them before, like there was a picture that was floating around before, but when Charlamagne the God posted it on his extremely popular podcast, it was like, yo, there's Gran, right? Rocking the Harvard sweater and shit like that. Like, damn, nigga, you do look like a white act or like an Asian act. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Grand Wizard. That's my guy. I fuck with Grand. But yeah. What he's saying right here about people conspiring against these guys, when they seen blood in the water, his ops came out and, leaked information to Akademiks, and Akademiks was like his first instinct, which is cool. It's like, yo, let me go tell my friends. This is what people are saying behind your back. This is what they want me to do. And this is who it is. Okay? Listen, I could even say, like, don't hold no, I don't know who it was who said this information. As somebody who's personally been thrown under the bus by Ak, he doesn't hold who he got the information from. Right? I remember 2 times. Okay, and listen, and I still fuck with Ak because he's just, I guess that's him being loyal to a fault to who he doesn't have a loyalty to me. We're not like that close. So whoever else he's in the conversation with usually probably gets more loyalty. And I've seen it in real time. When they were on the live stream back in the days, when they did the Toronto stream, and he was like, yo, he's talking to Top 5. He said, you know, I heard that there was some paperwork that's floating on around about you. What you got to say about that, 5? And 5 was like, where you get that information from? What? What do you mean paperwork? What you talking about? Where you get that info from? Right away, he was like, my man Friday. I'm watching like, what? Nigga. So that was one. Somebody mentioned in the chat, Big Suta Carol, Whack 100. Ack will tell you who his source is. With Whack, it's a little different because Whack was like, who you see on the phone? What's the name on the phone? And he, oh, that's Friday. Nigga. So when it comes to like holding back names, he's not lying. He ain't gonna hold back the name. If somebody says something about somebody and that person wants to know who it is, he'll tell you. He's not lying.
Try to get ahead by trying to cut you down at the moment that your biggest op want to come through. Nah, I want to outwork you. That's what I've always wanted to do. So ask Joe. I don't want to bring up the situation. Ask Joe, ask Charlamagne. I'm the first. They gave me the platter. Like, yo, this is what to do. I told both individuals. I said, not only did I tell them, I told them exactly where it came from. Because I'm not in cahoots with no one. I didn't only give them the info. I told them exactly where it came from. Yo, remember this dude? Okay, he's the one behind it. Of course. It's not just the info. Where is it coming from?
Where is it coming from?
So again, I know this necessarily isn't like, I don't even feel like it's at me, but I'm telling, and I've said this multiple times, my people who I rock with, it's like my little crew. I defend them. I do defend them. And I'm not saying they're perfect, but I do defend them. And
we know.
I'm not going to bite for some, separate yourself. No, I'm fuck with these guys.
Mind you, and listen, I'm not trying to listen, narcissist Rick, but if I'm supposed to be considered a chat nigga, then I've done a lot of treason, I guess, too, then. So we all fucked.
But also, my point is that the only thing I've taken personal, because I don't think me and Charlamagne have an issue or whoever, even though I think this might be a bigger Rock Nation thing, which I think is going to be aimed at me. But like me and Charlamagne don't have an issue. But my thing with Charlamagne is that, Charlamagne, if you're saying that my people are being targeted, from where?
Where?
Because I think that warning was like, hey, back up from your people. We're trying to blitz them. And I'm like, I'm not backing up from him. Nigga, you gonna have to blitz me too. Nigga, it's like him hitting me like, yo, Ack, get out the car. Just get out the car. Yo, Ack, you in the car with them niggas? Word? Yo, you ain't get to 84th. You ain't get to 84th and Malcolm Junior Boulevard yet, right? All right, yo, just get out the car. Don't get out the car. And I think Charlamagne expected me to be like,
right, get out the car. The car about to get shot up in about 2 blocks, bro. Get out now.
All right, I'm gonna just sneak out the car and let my guys go get Swiss cheese. Fuck no, I'm in this bitch. So that's me. I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm a loyal nigga. So me, I'm looking at like I'm trying to figure out. And trust me, I was saddened this whole week. I don't like Grand Connor getting that shot, man. I don't like it. But niggas is trying to figure out who's behind this shit. And Charlamagne got all the info. And he said he don't know where it came from. How are they so how is the ops comfortable with giving you the info? If you're not with the ops, right? Like, it's a simple math. How are if Jeremy gets the info, that nigga is a gay dweeb.
Oh,
I've been on his head. We got much more on him. Now, matter of fact, I've been on his head recently.
that sounds
Just
gay.
tell him better duck.
That sounds gay. Sorry. I've been on his head recently. Pause, nigga. He's a gay dweeb. I've been on his head recently. I don't know if Ack noticed that one right there, Well, you gotta pause that, my nigga.
That nigga is a gay dweeb. I've been on his head. We got much more on him. Now, matter of fact, I've been on his head recently. Just tell him better duck. Straight up. No violence.
Hey, yo,
But still.
chill.
We got him on candid camera. Don't worry about it. But the point is this. I'm trying to figure out where this is coming from, because even though they're saying, oh, nah, it's that these other guys, I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, these other guys are related to me. They're related to this person's anyway. I just never got an answer. So, like, we're fighting an invisible op. Like, it's just simple
An invisible op sounds spooky, fam. Holy.
questions I want to ask. Like, yo, if somebody has a plan written up, like, yo, I'm gonna jump this guy on Tuesday, and somebody come to you and be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Tuesday, stay in the crib, yo, they floating around the plan. Somebody gonna jump you on Tuesday, nigga. This thing you gonna ask is, bro, who is doing it? And if the person who told you that, yo, there's a plan and they're reading it and they got so much access to it, they're sending you pictures, they're like, oh, I don't know where it's from. You're like,
No. I'd rather the fragile op. Nice glass. Okay. At least the fragile op is the op that I know. And you fragile as fuck. I'm just hurting your feelings because you soft. All right. I got a bunch of fragile ops. All I got to do is just make 1-2 rants. And they run back to the microphones and they're like, "Hey, my God, he hurt my feelings. I'm gonna beat him up when I see him." Right? Fragile. Okay, but the invisible op, nigga, just come and snuff you from behind, bro. You're like, "Oh shit, who are you?" Or you get to find out that's your op when they freaking finally catch you in a corner somewhere, or they send you pictures, bro. Spooky shit.
come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Just come on. So really, I want to just clarify. I'm not into, like, I think I'm the most honest media personality ever. Like, I'm not perfect, but I usually I tell you the truth. And sometimes the truth don't fall in my favor, and sometimes it does. Fuck it. But I'm telling you exactly what it is. Hey, I can't tell the people around me how to respond when I'm hearing there is a targeted thing at them and we can't even figure out where it's from. Now, the easiest thing would be like, oh, act like this is where you be selfish. You hop out the car, let them niggas get Swiss cheese. I'm here to tell people, like, I'm not going to do that. You get what I'm saying? So
you're gonna sit right there.
Loyalty just always been my type of thing. So it just is what it is. Anyway, let me
So yeah, that's what he had to say about that. I seen your comment, Johnny Sneed. I will definitely cover that right after this because that's crazy. Definitely got to cover that. Let me go check on Grand Wizard. The Chattanooga. Okay, there's the 2 pages here, Grand Wizard, Chattanooga, and Akademiks. Because he's been posting, he stays posting still, obviously. Let's give a quick refresh. So he's got this pin post over here. This is from 2 days ago. Netflix podcaster. All right, and that's the thing, okay? Every time that he gets at Charlamagne, he calls him Netflix podcaster. So, like, he's trying to, like, I don't know if he's trying to fuck up his Netflix bag, but he keeps on, like, pointing out the fact, Netflix guy, Netflix podcaster, Netflix host. So with crazy grape allegations to his name, Charlamagne the God was about to cry as he was listening to Axe say that he looks down on those who play fence for their own gain. No DJ Khaled in my book. Get the fuck away. See, Grant's story is crazy. Hold on. I got so much things to oh shit.
Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.